This is Fox 25 Morning News.
Well, are you living the life you want to live? If not, maybe you're in your own way. Dr. Adrienne Ahern has helped athletes, CEOs, and ordinary people get up and get on with living the lives they have dreamed about. She's now written a book to help the rest of us snap out of it now. 4 steps to inner joy. Thank you for joining us, Dr.
Thanks for having me.
What is it about people that we seem to sort of get in our own way? Why do we have these thoughts that tend to hold us back from getting the things we really want?
Well, you know, I say that it's our conditioning, it's our programming, and that's actually the step 1, is acknowledge that, because I really believe that most of the truths, the stories we tell ourselves that are holding us back are really nothing more than thoughts or attitudes that have been hardwired into our brains.
How so? You'd be like your mom saying you're not good enough?
Well, you know, I don't know that, sometimes that happens, and that's certainly something that gets taken on in, but sometimes it can be something as simple as, no, don't do that, and the little child interprets it as, oh, I'm not good enough. You know, it can be something as simple as that we all do, and that's why, as human beings, we have, this is a stat for you, that 5 times more negative emotions in our brain than positive. And that just simply comes from the way we're brought up and the way our society is, and there is a focus on the negative. We're biased that way, and we don't really know that. So my work really is about helping people uncover that negative so that then they can program in the positive and make good changes in their lives.
You say identify your self-limiting story. What is a self-limiting story?
Okay, well, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, like you just said. See, the thing is that you have to identify your specific story that's ruling your life, that's holding you back. You see, if you want to recast these stories, you first have to bring them up into consciousness. You know, so if you tell yourself, oh, there's just never enough time in a day, or I'm not as well spoken or as intelligent as someone else, those are your stories that you need to rewrite. And that's
No, is it as simple though as just saying, if you feel that you aren't great at public speaking, are you saying that you can just say to yourself, you know what, actually I am good at public speaking, and you'll become good at public speaking?
No, it's not. I mean, certainly you have to begin with, I want to become good at public speaking, and that's actually one of the things I snapped out of myself, because I recognized that I was too nervous. And usually not being good at something, it's because if we want to, now not everybody wants to be a public speaker, I somehow did for some reason, and so I had to work with my own fears that were sort of producing reactions of nervousness, panic, you know, anxiousness. I had to work with that. So, and that's what I do in the book, is I help people identify what they're experiencing in their body, their feelings, so that then they can change how they react to those feelings.
All right. So cut the emotional cord. Are you saying that people tend to hold on to those negative feelings and they're afraid to let them go?
Well, it's not that they're afraid to let them go. They're afraid of those feelings. And so what I say is that you have to unplug your physiology from the story, because the belief lives in the body and in our brain. We have to cleanse that belief. We can't just plop a new story on top of the old one and pretend it's not there. So we have to actually go through a process of cleansing that negative story from the body and the brain to create lasting change.
And part of that process is rewiring your brain. And you actually brought a prop to show us how we can rewire our brain.
I try to bring my brain with me wherever I go.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. So the 4th step is really, we've identified that our stories that we're telling ourselves are conditioned. Now it's time to rewire the brain, and we know with the science out there these days that we can rewire the brain, and that we can, I talk about it as unplugging the old DVD and inserting a new DVD for the life that you want to live.
Okay.
And I really outline the steps and snap out of it now how to do that, because I know we don't have time to go into all that today.
And they can also see you tomorrow at the Conference for Women. We do have the information. That is tomorrow at the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center. That is in Boston. And for more information, you can go online to the maconferenceforwomen.org, and you will be having a seminar tomorrow.
I will be talking tomorrow at 11:15 and signing books afterwards. So I'd love people to come to join me there.
And I did get a chance to leaf through the book. A lot of information, a lot of exercises people need to go through to help cleanse the brain and get on the right track to positive thinking. Dr. A, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.